This film is a crazy ride, but at the end of it, it all works out. Hello guys, it's Nona Prince, and today we'll be talking about the Netflix new release, the Hindi film Ludo. I've been misspelling it a lot, if you know what I mean. Directed by Anurag Basu, he also wrote it with Samrat Chakravarti. It's an ensemble cast starring Abhishek Bachchan, Aditya Roy Kapoor, Rajkumar Rao, Pankaj Tripathi, Fatima Sana Sheikh, Sanya Malhotra, Rohit Suresh Saraf, PL Mane, and many more. Now, if you haven't watched it and you cannot decide, of course, there are some mixed reviews out there. Some people are calling it amazing, some people are calling it okay, some people are calling it just bad. And Anurag Basu is that kind of a director. His films are always polarizing, and that is because of his distinct style. Now, you can either like it or hate it, there's not really a middle ground here. I'm sure from the trailer it's obvious that there'll be multiple narratives which will be crossing each other throughout the film and causing chaos. Now, it's a dark crime comedy. It has a lot of funny moments and it also has some dull moments. See, now you don't have to go to cinemas and watch this. If you already have a Netflix account, if you have time, just watch it. There's no harm in it. Anyways, we don't have much new stuff to watch. And if for no one else, just watch it for Pankaj Tripathi and Rajkumar Rao. You'll have a good time. Now I'll be going to spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, pause the video, go watch it and then come back. Actually, my family is watching this film right now in the hall. Now Basu has a distinct style and it's outlandish. It's a different world altogether and it's fun, and most times he doesn't mind keeping style over logic, and it still works because it is consistent throughout the film. Because in the realm of the film, everything fits well and it's acceptable to us. Now if that's not your cup of tea, you may not enjoy it. Clearly Ludo is a metaphor in the film with 4 different narratives, and we have seen that in a lot of films like Pulp Fiction, Super Deluxe. Difference is in this film, it's on your face. They even showed it in the trailer, and that's why sometimes when narratives are crossing each other, it feels forced and does not surprise you as in the other films I mentioned, where it's more natural and organic. Take Super Deluxe. There is a scene which is just outlandish, but in the scope of that film, it works because it's very intellectual. Whereas here, it's more about style over substance. And Basu loves his style. And it's good for him, it's his forte. You know, he uses a lot of visual trickery in his films. You can see it in his transitions. Many times he creates frames which are not there at all. They are things which do not exist, but he wants them together in a frame. For example, take Abhishek Bachchan's house. It's not next to a train track. They added that in the post. There's a rooftop scene where you can see the city outside, but he has cut down the ceiling so we can see the couple inside the house. And he uses VFX and composition for it, and a lot of time it's apparent to my eye. But again, it's consistent throughout the film, so you can say maybe it's a creative choice. Guys, you're finding value in this video, do the like button, because when you do that, YouTube promote this video and more people can watch it. Also consider subscribing and the bell icon to get more such videos. A big issue these kind of films face is that there are too many characters to handle and the plot is not thick enough. And this film stumbles on that too. And this film is already 2 hours 30 minutes long, and it feels long. How much can you cut when you have so many characters already? There's not enough time to set up each and every character in the film, have their backstories, have their motivations. There's very less time to establish everything and then keep the plot rolling. And because of that, everything is about the plot. And that's the reason why we have generic and stereotypical characters, because there's not enough time to show much about the characters. And that's why it all comes down to the performance of the actors. A good actor brings out things within that time that adds depth to him, and for not a good actor, it just falls flat. But there's a trick which the film uses too, revealing the details about the characters in between the dialogues, which gives us a rough estimate about the backstory of that character. Take Sanya Malhotra's character. Throughout her life, she has been taught that find a perfect guy, a rich guy, and you'll be happy. And that's what she's doing in her life. We get all of that through a single dialogue. Take Pankaj Tripathi's character. In a dialogue, we get to know that he's lonely, no one cares about him, and that's why he's not scared of dying. So you have to be attentive throughout the film to catch these. Now, the one film that the film got right is the emotions. Now the emotions may or may not work for you, but they were there. The film explores a lot of themes. The upfront was the virtue and sin, hell and heaven, right and wrong. At the end, the film says it's all imaginary, it is created to keep humans in check, and it all comes down to your morality. What is fine to you and what is not. The other big theme is happiness. What is true happiness? Each character in each narrative has a different definition of it. Bittu, played by Abhishek Bachchan, he thinks being with his daughter is true happiness, but that will be not his daughter's happiness. And for him, the true happiness is knowing that his daughter is happy. Alu, played by Rajkumar Rao, for him, helping Pinky is true happiness. For Pinky, being with the husband is happiness. For Sanya Malhotra's character, she thinks being with a perfect guy, a rich guy, that will bring happiness. And by the end, everyone finds the true happiness in their life. In these kinds of films, we as audience are just dropped in the lives of these characters for a limited time. and we just see the chaos unfold. And we explore the butterfly effect, how one narrative is impacting the other narrative. Now coming to the actors, Pankaj Tripathi and Rajkumar Rao were the highlight. They outshine everyone. Pankaj Tripathi playing the Sattu Don. He has played a Don so many times, but still it feels so fresh. His dialogue delivery, his style, everything works fine, and he doesn't die at all. I thought at the end he's finally dead when he gives some money to the nurse, but no. If you see the post-credit scene, he's still alive. And Rajkumar Rao, oh my god, he was in that character. At no place you feel like he's a caricature. He was so much into it. Every time him dancing when he wants to cry and shout, oh my god. He just nailed the performance. I think no one could have done a better job than him. I think Abhishek had this serious role and he did it fine. Sanya and Fatima didn't have that much to do, but whatever they did was fine. Aditya Roy was just bland for me. There was nothing to his character and nothing he added to it. Rohit Suresh and Pearl Mane both had this innocence to them, and the narrative was quite fun. Coming to the music, nothing stood out for me. I'm very picky about music, but it was not bad also. Now we have to talk about the editor Ajay Sharma. He did a really good job. Editing is already a complex task. Over that you have so many narratives. It all depends how you edit the film, because that can make and break the film. At the end it was a fun film, very good attempt, style over substance. Rajkumar Rao and Pankaj Tripathi were the highlights, and I would say I had a good time watching it. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button, share this video, let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed yet, check out the videos if you like them too. Do and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.